We all have aspects that work with us simultaneously every day, whether you are present enough to realize it or not. Our aspects at times want us to achieve certain acts, make certain steps, make certain decisions, guide us into certain people, places, and things, bringing you closer, helping you understand self, those around you, and that you're more powerful than you actually think or feel that you are. More so a feeling. And other people, depending on where they are with their healing, where they think they are. You may think or you may feel that you have so much to do, so many steps to achieve to where you need to go, but that's okay. You're being more aware and present of the fact that you do have places, you do have certain steps that you have to make, but that's okay. Take it one step at a time. We're giving cues and clues on the daily through numbers, through what other people say, through music that you listen to, that you're on the right track, or you need to work on this particular aspect. We all make mistakes. But I've learned recently certain mistakes could lead you into avenues in which you need to hone in on and pay more attention to. And once you do, the clarity comes in, the messages comes in. I say this all to say there's going to be many times in your life where you feel you're at your low, and other times you feel that you're on your high. That's just part of this journey. That's part of this whole path that we all made the choice before we entered this vessel to go through. It's also important to never beat yourself up on what you don't know. You'll get the messages, you get the answers that you seek. It's also important to embrace yourself and love yourself, even in your worst, at your lows. There's a lesson behind your lows. There's lessons within your high. Within that, you realize there's going to be people that will discard themselves away from you. It's okay to let them go, no matter how hard it hurts. You become more lighter when they leave. There'll become more spaces to occupy once they leave. This is pertaining to those who serve you no good. Their weighted energy, their blockages in disguise. Trust in the fact that there will be people, places, and things that will replace them. There's a duality in everything. this duality within us. It is important to find that balance, whatever that balance that choose to be, whatever it is. When you start doing your shadow work, when you start healing, when you start coming face to face to things that you may find as this mortal to be unfair. Why did you go through this? Why do you have to feel this? Why did you have to encounter this? It's okay. It is important to not be so hard on yourself, to not feel like you have to bury yourself with so much weight and responsibility of who you learned yourself to be. It's okay to speak freely. It's okay to speak freely from the heart, as I am. Allow the Schumann resonance. Allow the sun. Allow the grass that you walk on, the sand that you walk on, the sea waters that you swim in, to remove anything that's blocking you, that's holding you back. Replace it with love. Replace it with light. Replace it with enlightenment. Replace it with those who are speaking through you. It's perfectly fine. Understand the universes, the lives that are within you to guide you and move you in ways. Right now, we are undergoing major shifts, major changes. Within that, we're faced with certain tests. We're faced with certain paths and blueprints that's guiding you to where you need to be. What makes you lighter? Is flowing with the resonance. Allow it to flow. Allow it to speak through you onto others. I know there's a lot of people that's been watching me for a couple of months now, that has experienced many shifts, many changes, many comings, many goings. For I have sacrificed a lot of things, a lot of material things that I once had, just so that I could flow lighter, just so that I could continue to do what I do and to share the messages that I share. I understand that my content isn't for everyone. That's okay. I made peace with that. My messages is for people who needs to hear it. Whoever it flows to, I allow it to. You may reach into certain periods of your journey of asking yourself, why am I doing this? Where am I going? What's the next step? What's the next move? And somehow we encounter again people, places, and things that will reveal themselves. It will guide us to where we need to be, what steps we need to make, and we realize that we're okay. When you are in state of flow. When your Kundalini starts to activate itself, when your heart starts or wants to speak, allow it to. It's okay. I want you guys to keep in mind, no matter how tough the challenge is, what's thrown at us, what's been given to us, whatever responsibilities that has revealed itself to you, to trust it. It may seem a bit heavy. It seems like, okay, I don't know how to do this. How am I going to do that? How am I going to achieve this going forward? You realize after a while, it comes to you. Allow it to. It doesn't require so much thought. It just comes. There's good and bad in all things around us. It just depends on where you decide to tune your energy into, wherever it may be. Allow yourself and give yourself that permission to feel those. Feel the downloads. Feel the shifts. You may feel that you're in the gray, but pretty soon you will come into a place in your journey to where you are pushed to where you need to be. You may be uncomfortable. Pay attention to the messages. Allow it to guide and allow it to flow to you, through you. And then you become a little bit more relaxed. It's okay. I wanted to share that with you because I'm speaking through my heart space. There's aspects that are speaking through me, and I'm allowing them to speak. Like the waves in the ocean that may flow inward and outward throughout. They're all a connection of how the Schumann resonance is starting to resonate itself onto this plane, onto us, onto everyone. Because of it, a lot of us that hasn't done shadow work or don't even know what the hell shadow work is, their shadow is starting to lead, and it's starting to lead them into a different timeline all in itself. You don't have to level your energy to match theirs if they ever encounter you in a disrespectful or negative manner. The brighter your light, the darker the shadow. Just be sure to be kind to yourself. Be sure to allow yourself to flow in the manner in which is more conducive to your personal goals and objectives in your missions. And remember, it's okay if you make mistakes. You take the lesson within it, and you push yourself forward. That's what this journey is all about. That's what I wanted to share. Ashe.